So good evening. I'm not going to beg for any extra time. I'm just going to say that what I don't get to say, I'm going to give to the clerk, and it'll be added to the minutes. So I'm going to start my report. I'm going to read as quickly as I possibly can, just so I can get everything out. So I want to welcome Councilman Coates. I look forward to having someone to work with as our wards border in many areas, and I trust
Thank you.
You'll do great work, because I've seen you already, and you asked me some questions, and you're very proactive, so that's an awesome thing. I'll try to read this as quickly as I possibly can. In the event that I do not read, this report will be submitted in its entirety to the city clerk to be memorialized in the meeting minutes. Save the date, this Saturday, May 25th, from noon to 2 at IOZ Park, located at 1420 Dill Avenue, the ward's annual barbecue. We moved it from August to May, and we will celebrate with our neighbors who are service veterans. June 8th, I'm trying to scroll down so I can see. The Linden Hooked on Fishing Not on Drugs Club is hosting the annual Youth Fishing Challenge. Registration is going to be required and limited to the first 50 young people aged 5 to 18. Adults are encouraged to fish with their children. No fishing licenses are required on this day. The forms will be posted on the city site. I could email it to you, and there will be a link for online registration. I'd like to thank my fellow volunteers for getting certified through the state program, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with them. Sandy, Jay, Mike, and Chris, an awesome team. Our next regularly scheduled Fifth Ward Community Meeting is going to be on June 13th. That's at 6:30 at the Recreation Center located at 1025 John Street. The focus for this meeting is finance and insurance, and our guests will be New York Life. Refreshments will be served. The police also come. They come to every meeting, so if anybody has any questions, the cops, well, the police or patrol people will be there as well. From the Environmental Commission, there were at least 2 members from the Linden community that I know of who submitted volunteer forms to serve on the commission, and yet we still have not filled the vacancy that has existed since December. As the liaison, I ask that consideration is made to make this body whole so it can move forward. We need to have the Environmental Commission fully staffed so that they can get some work done for our city. Although I was denied my request to continue my appointment as the liaison to the Housing Authority in my ward, I still attended the last meeting. It was a good thing, too, because neither of the 2 designated co-liaisons was there. I'm pleased to report that the Housing Authority received an award for its excellence in management. The director and others will be attending continuing education, so I want to just give kudos to them. During the last meeting, which I was at, there was much discussion about a letter that was sent with several typos. But more importantly, a letter declared the angst of the Linden seniors regarding the relocation of the polling station in 2018. The director informed the room, and I quote, "Not one resident has made a complaint to the commissioners or myself," end quote. She also warned that anyone who attempts to intimidate the residents or come on that property and politic, they will be arrested. So with that said, Linden Housing Authority will have their roundtable meeting for the residents under the guidance of the chairman, Mr. Infante, Thursday, May 23rd. All 3 boards will meet at 5 o'clock for the residents to share their concerns with the commissioners. The city council and the mayor do not have any jurisdiction over the operations of these boards. However, as the elected council person, I do enjoy a good working relationship with the director, and I work for the residents on issues that are within my purview. I would like to provide an update on Cranford Avenue. From the engineering department, I'm going to quote from Mr. Joe Kroback. "A contract will be awarded for the resurfacing of Cranford Avenue from East St. George's Avenue to Elizabeth Avenue. DLS Contracting at the May 21st meeting. Once this is done, the law department has to execute the contract, all legal stuff, which may take weeks. Once this is complete, there is a pre-construction meeting with the contractor, the city, and utility companies mid-June.
Councilwoman, your time's up. You'd like to ask for additional time?
I'm not going to beg you for anything. I just want to.
You're focusing on city business, so
Would you like to offer me more time to continue my report?
you could have 2 more minutes.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to finish this really quickly. It's July 2019, depending on the weather. As we get closer, flyers will be distributed. An update on the request for the traffic light at 1600 East St. George's Avenue. As you know, several months ago, I took the lead to install something to make this area safer for the pedestrians. And the mayor and police chief of Roselle, as well as our mayor and our police chief, have put in the necessary work to help save lives here. I'm going to quote from Mrs. Hammond from New Jersey DOT. She reported just the other day, as a result of reviewing the submitted problem statement, our traffic unit will initiate an interim investigation, which will take approximately 2 to 3 months to determine what solutions can be implemented. Based on the solution, your municipality may be required to agree to pay 25% commitment as per the NJDOT policy. I wish to thank my neighbor, Mr. Nugri, as well for his follow-up concerning this matter on his street. Lastly, I want to mention the event that took place last weekend to raise money for the New Jersey After School All-Stars program. It was awesome. The program does run until August and will be held at school number 4. If you have a youngster who is in grade 4 through 8, please contact the program site coordinator, Mr. Howard. They do have space. I'm going to give out his cell phone number. I hope he doesn't kill me. The number is 908-337-9420. That's for Mr. Howard for the New Jersey After School All-Stars, the program that's currently running at McManus 21st Century Grant, and it's going to be through August. I will go and resume my podcast, and I'll publish another one this week. We had some scheduling issues with the recycling podcast, and we'll circle back to that topic. The next topic will be specifically to my service to the city of Linden as a volunteer member of the governing body. I hope you all will tune in, Rhashonna.com. I can be reached at 908-718-7933 or at the city email, rcosby@linden-nj.org. And I want to just say happy birthday to Mike and Armando, my two favorite guys right now. And that concludes my report.
Thank you.